and welcome to this special live version of Pitch Practice, the show.
There we go. Here we go.
All right. If it's a special episode today, because you can see, look,
We're together.
yes,
We didn't invite Laura though. We left her at home.
yes.
Shame on you. Nobody tried to close me on conference. What's wrong with you?
Who's got my money? Who's got my money today?
Got it.
Just of course, I'm Mark. I'm the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. Beside me,
Brandon here with BKXX Enterprises, fixing your digital plumbing and getting you found.
yes,
You got Laura. My name is Laura. So franchises in less than 100 days. And, love training. I came up with every Wednesday consistent over 2 years. Doesn't hold. We're gonna join the call because if you commit to the closer, you will stick to your guard no matter what's happening. The close.
oh, you think that was cutting out?
I don't know if this cutting out for them or not.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. All right. Yes. So, there's so much excitement going on this week. We decided that we're not going to miss pitch practice. We're going to, practice. I think I think you were a little bit choppy there, Laura, but I think you were talking about how you started this 2 years ago with just you and Brandon. Am I right? Yes. And we're continuing this tradition, and it's crazy. I want to tell everybody out there that's watching, we appreciate you. We found out just being here at this convention that there are some people out there that are noticing, right?
Yeah, we had a.
We're famous.
We're getting famous. We had two or three. Got 2 or 3 people come up to us and have enjoyed our weekly videos and praise us for the consistency. Laura and I have been pretty consistent over the past 2 years, and we drove Mark to this. I closed Mark down on finally waking up at 6 a.m. in Texas time to join us and learn and grow and expand and we did some funnel hacking and Clickfunnels stuff for the last book, and now we're in Grant's world. So we have a lot of mentors between the 3 of us that we learn from, and we'll get into the closing today. And one of the key things that was discussed in this section of the reading is having the knowledge with you to get the close.
Yes. So you closed me?
Well, yeah, you're here, aren't you?
Shut you down. He shut that down.
They say you're either closing or you're being closed, and he closed me.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, so we've actually had just recently, probably 5 minutes before we came on live, we saw Russell Brunson go in that door right there. So you want to stay tuned and just watch over my shoulder to see if he comes out. But
Russell.
there's my good
Brunson.
friend. There's my good friend Don Ramon. He is a head videographer. He's run the Clickfunnels video team for the last 6 years, and we had a great discussion the other day. But we want to talk about we definitely want to talk about the chapter that we went over in the book today, right?
Yeah. And the conference you're at and why the book we read was a huge marketing secrets by Russell Brunson. On our feed may not know who Brunson. Tell him who he is. Like Brandon started talking about him.
Sorry, you were.
Yeah, it's
choppy. Is it?
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little choppy.
Are we clear?
Are we? Do we sound clear to you?
You sound super clear.
Okay.
Let me go to
Inky,
the office.
inky. Okay. Are you okay?
Go closer to your Wi-Fi.
Closer
Yeah,
to
I'm
your
gonna.
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Am I choppy now?
Oh no, better. Sounds better.
Okay,
I
cool. I'll
think
treadmill in a different room. I ain't gonna be sick of my own shit. All right, here we go.
okay. I think
There's
it's
the
sounding
Wi-Fi.
better now, right?
Not really.
A little bit. So I usually keep notes right here. Just some of the major points that I took from there. Both to live better lives, ridiculed by others. Oh yes, we take notes.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking that you're not watching me, but yes, we are. We are. There were some great points that I took from this chapter. Absolutely, I did. Ridiculed by others, and it is an indication that you're doing something right, and that could be, if you haven't pissed somebody off with your marketing by noon every day, then people don't know you. That's because they don't know you. You
Yep.
should be pissing someone off.
Yep. Haters can be the biggest fuel to your fire. Saw a movie a couple times. Elvis, the new Elvis movie. Fantastic movie, and one of the scenes there when the Colonel was at Graceland and going through all of the merch, and one of
You
the
even had a hate button.
yes, I hate Elvis because he figured
I hate
if people are gonna hate him, he's gonna make money off them too. So your haters can be your biggest clientele.
Yeah. I'll tell you, hate is even good on social media. I was reading this post recently about someone whose video went viral on TikTok. And the reason it went viral on TikTok is because there was an argument going on in the comments. And this argument going on in the comments was triggering the algorithm to that there's a high engagement. So arguments in presenting arguments and having people argue about what you have to say is a good thing.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, present one of those argument topic or it's interesting. And I even I've been running into so many just people that I've seen online, and you notice the ones that are a little bit controversial. And gonna just say that I ran into one of the speakers yesterday. Actually, his name is Josh Forty. Are you familiar with Josh?
Can't say that I am.
No? Okay. Well, he's one of the speakers. And I think when I discovered he was one of the speakers, I did a little bit of background on him. And I like when I approach someone, I'll speak with them and I'll mention something that I've seen about them in the past. What I said to him was, "You're the controversial guy." He lit up. He absolutely lit up. And he says, "I'm not controversial. It's the other people that are controversial." It was lovely because and I'm saying it's lovely because you see it in full action here. You see people here that aren't afraid to be polar opposites. They're not afraid to get out there and just speak their mind and be okay with uh, someone opposing their view. Someone opposing their view. It's just an indication that what you're doing
Yeah,
something
you're
right.
doing something right. And
Because he got the call. He got the call and say, "Come on and be a speaker." No, go ahead, Brad.
I was going to say, and with that, the amount of effort that you're putting into pissing people off, so to speak, is going to be your direct correlation to your income. Because as much effort that you're putting in to get your word out, it's going to make people mad, which is going to be perfectly fine. But it's also going to make a lot of people happy and help them out in the long run. So the more effort that you put in, the more zeros you can put in your bank account.
0 dollar bill. Funny thing too, I actually, when he started telling me about I knew. I said, I asked him this question, right? I said, who's more controversial, you or Dan Henry? Oh, that's a good question. I love people. I love asking questions that make people say that's a good question. He said, that's a good question. It depends. If you're talking about politics, he's more controversial. But if you're talking about just mindset, then I win hands down. Well, you know what? When it comes to selling, maybe Russell Brunson wins hands down. But when it comes to pitching and practicing, then we win without a doubt. What?
So true.
Your thoughts, Laura?
Clear?
Oh, uh, uh,
No.
a little bit. Uh,
Am I a robot?
Yeah.
yeah,
You're lagging.
Can you see me?
yeah. Oh shit, I would say at least like kind of record the voice somehow, and maybe we can.
We're live, dude. So,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, thanks for joining in, everybody. Give us a hashtag live if you're watching on the live. Hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. You'll notice behind us, you'll see that is the entry for the Hall of Funnel Hacking Live, this annual event of over how many thousands of?
We got 5,000 people this year.
Yeah. So we're also discussing the our pitch practice this week, which we're going through the Closer Survival Guide by none other than GC himself. Exciting things going on, and another big takeaway that I got from the book this week is that if you're willing to train, you're willing to practice, the better your earnings are going to be. And then we touched on the close and the C in the word close. And you always love how Grant is a wordsmith.
Yeah.
And he wordsmith this word close, right?
He's always breaking it down. And, if you break it down, you got to see, and then you got to lose. The only way you can't lose is if you don't have commitment. So if you got the commitment, you're going to get the close, and you're going to win.
Yeah. He gave a couple of words for the C. I think he said C is for can do. I remember can do. And then he says that this one right here.
And no one wins when you don't close. So, the transaction doesn't get done, money doesn't exchange hand, the economy doesn't continue. And, that's kind of what we're in right now with this whole recession thing. However, recessions don't affect people. Okay. Recessions have nothing to do with people. They're all about the gross domestic product and the whole country and what they produce, but people still exchange goods. So get out of that mindset that things are going to be bad when in reality, only as bad as what's in your mind. So with that, you got to get out there and just start closing people. Get out there, talk, provide value, and get them to do what you want them to do.
Yeah. I know you've been closing people this week, Inky. It seems like every day you're closing. I want to hear some of these deals that you've closed this week. I want to hear about some of them.
Can you hear me loud and clear? I'm a lagging.
You are coming in and out.
In and out a little bit.
What about now?
It's still laggy.
Is that better?
No,
Okay.
I don't think
getting closer.
I don't think getting closer helps.
Oh my goodness. Well,
what did I call you?
I don't know. But hopefully, people can actually hear Miss Laura there on their end, but on our end, it is bad.
Yeah, I knew it. If it doesn't have a really good connection, it gets a little choppy. Yeah, like I said, it's almost just unlistenable, right? All right. Well, we know that you've closed some deals this week, Laura, and I'm just going to. I think if I can remember, you had your very first franchisees that you ever signed come through, and you had to give them their fleet vehicles. Is that right? Something, yeah, something in that close to around that, and then all right, okay, cool. All right, so she's in the chat. All right, yes, and
You had a deal from Oklahoma go through this week?
yes, and hosted a dinner, and you no,
Omaha,
no,
Nebraska. There you go.
yes, and this was just fresh off of your trip to Spiffy in Las Vegas.
No, I think it was Stiffy in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. That's a story in itself right there.
We'll talk about that next week when Laura can actually tell the story.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting, right? Tell them the story. Okay.
All right, we'll tell you the story. So we were on last week, and this was before we went live, and Laura sent over a picture of the gift that she was giving all of her potential franchisees for this dinner, and it had a thank you card on there, and it said welcome. I think it was like welcome to Stiffy Franchises, STIFFY instead of SPIFFY. Everybody completely missed it, but it didn't matter because I think everybody were good and drunk, well imbibed, and everybody was having a good time as they were anyway. But they sent us the picture over, and Mark, being the analytical person that he is, caught it, and the look on Laura's face when he mentioned that it was misspelled, like she just went white as a ghost and wanted to just go crawl under a rock. But oh, there you go.
Oh yes, she sat two buyers for the same market next to each other and got a deal signed that night. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, you know, you can always recover. You can recover. I think it's interesting because Brandon and I Brandon kind of just got here last night, and we had some time to hang out at a networking event just last night. It wasn't much of a networking event because the music was so loud and we could barely speak. But we did have some time to really kind of talk about, just Grant Cardone and closing, and just really how we've been closing, over the past week. And we had some really good conversations there. And there was what were I thinking when you sat buyers to the next to each other and got a deal signed that same night? I was thinking about something that we were talking about last night, and how it really kind of applied to our pitch practice. Well, I know that I was just giving some examples of how I actually closed a couple of people actually right there at that networking event. I was getting contacts, and there's this one guy I was talking to, and he was telling me about his video marketing, right? And he said that, oh yeah, I'm video marketing, and I have my other marketing guy that does the marketing. And then he says, I really more into producing the content. And I said, well, I asked him, I said, well, do you have an offer? He says to me that, oh, I need to get an offer. Then I said, this is the line that I used. I said, if we were to work together, this is what we would do. I said, I would bring you on my show. I would let you express what your zone of genius is, and then we would tell everybody how they can get in contact with you to take advantage of your offer. He said, wow, that'd be really nice. I'd like to do that. I said, great. Let's exchange information. Closed them right there. But yes, yes, it was a if we were to work together. And after I put that scenario, that maybe future based scenario, then I described it, what the benefit would be for him. And he saw it and he said he wanted it. And then I closed the deal. I don't know if that's part of one of Grant Cardone's closes, but I think it's to me it becomes a like he talks about, it just, you get excited about it. You get excited about going into those situations because you think about all the different closes that you could use. And when it comes, I think when we were having this conversation in the beginning, I think the chapter started off by saying that you win if you get the close. You win if you get the close. But a true close, it's not just one person winning, it's both parties winning. Both parties are coming away satisfied. Both parties are coming away with what they want. They're coming away with, they want to give their money or what they have of value for something that you have of value. What do you think, Brandon?
That's 100% true and spot on. Like I said, if nobody is exchanging goods, nobody's winning. So it's this close, this skill is probably the biggest skill that anybody needs to have in their entire life, no matter what they're doing, because everybody has to be closed on something. Whether you're trying to get a girlfriend or wife, whether you're trying to get a promotion or raise at your work, whether you're trying to get work, you got to be able to close and paint the picture on what is going to happen in the future if you work for them, with them, or beside them.
Yes, let them take possession. Let them take possession of the result before they have it. They say that we always. Oh, there's Mr. Josh Forte right there. There is Mr. Controversial right there. It's amazing because we're sitting in a spot where all of the speakers are actually passing by. So we've got the opportunity to just say hi to them and just watch the background. Watch the background. So sorry we can't hear from you, Laura.
We'll get it figured out.
Yeah. But they say that when we buy something, when we make a purchase, that purchase is first made here in our mind. The purchase is, we first make the purchase and we see it up here in our mind. And when you buy it, then you physically make that purchase, but you're going to make it up here in the mind first. And that's what this skill of closing does for you. And like you mentioned, Brandon, help them to see and take possession of having what you have. And I know you do it too in your spiffy franchise. Hey, you're gonna, look what this is going to do. And that's why you uncover the need. Look what this is going to do for your bottom line, how you're going to be able to bring on employees if you were to have a spiffy franchise. Right? Yeah. That's why I think we haven't gotten into the closes, but when we really start getting to the closes, and all the different words that you can use in different situations, and then shut up and listen.
Ask them what the problem they're trying to solve, and just shut up and listen. That's the people tend to close themselves. They'll talk themselves into their own deal. But there's a chance they'll talk themselves out too. So being the active listener and guiding the conversation, is what is going to be beneficial to any deal.
What about the conversation we were having with the guy when he was talking a lot? Remember, the one that we met with the guy that actually had been watching he may even be watching now.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, Alan, what's up, Alan? Hey, what's up, Caleb? Had an interesting conversation with Caleb, and they're wanting to do some partnerships with us. But what about that conversation when we talk about just shut up and listen?
Yeah, he was. I don't know. It was too loud to really remember, and I was two, 3 drinks in as it was. So, Mike, you probably know more than I do, but most of the time when he's on his cold sales calls, he doesn't talk. He talks maybe 10% of the time. And somebody that he was speaking with kind of got on his butt about it, and he was like, "No, I don't need to do all the talking. You're going to do all the talking and let me know what the problem is, and then I'm going to give you, what I feel the solution is. But you've already talked yourself into the solution, so, I don't really have to say anything. You're going to close yourself."
Yes, that's the best close is when they close themselves. Yes, that's interesting. I thought it was interesting because side note, he was talking a lot.
Yeah. He was talking a lot.
He was talking about not talking, but he was talking a lot. He was talking a lot while talking about not talking and saying that people just shouldn't talk so much. But I thought that was interesting. I thought it was interesting. Yeah. How it's one thing to actually read it, and then there's another thing to actually implement it. Implementing is where the practice comes in, and I'm always really saying that what we're doing is the gap. We are that gap between, if you're reading a lot of books, you're already reading a lot of books, you're already you got 10 courses that you bought, you're buying the next book, but are you really practicing what you are reading? And that's what this is. That's what we're doing. We are filling that gap between your knowledge, just attaining it from a book, and from you actually mastering those skills. That's what we're doing right here. And we're doing it every week for you out there to actually model and just follow our example with Brandon and Laura have been doing this for 2 years at plus consistently over and over again. And your level of effort that you put in is going to determine your level of earning.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have to say.
That's it, and that's spot on. The consistency is key. And now that we've kind of evolved pitch practice into a live weekly episode, the consistency of doing that and bringing you guys into our world is going to be beneficial. One, for us, because it holds us accountable to bring you the knowledge that we've attained for free. Right? It's only going to cost you your time, and it's going to help us get found, get known, and because if you don't know us, you can't flow us, and
Yes.
that is the ultimate goal. So we're going to give everything we can away for free, and if you need our help, don't hesitate to reach out to us, because we will be here to point you in the right direction, give you the resources that you need to be successful.
Yes, you want to read some of Laura's comments?
Yep. So we got to get through the noise. There are a lot of people out here giving away a lot of free advice, and a lot of good paid advice as well. And and Laura's absolutely right. Obscurity is our biggest problem. We've been doing these live episodes for just over a month now, 4 or 5 of them. But we've done over 50.
4 or 5. We're on like episode 12.
Oh, we're on 12. Wow, where have I been? 12. Where's the time gone? But no, but we've done 50 of these beforehand. So we're well practiced on getting together and masterminding and talking about the problems that we have and what needs to be done to get through them and make things happen. So it's all about the do. There's only so much learning you can do, and then you got to just do it.
Yes, I like what Laura said. Obscurity is the biggest problem, and you want to burst through that noise. But hey, you remember when you've got that awesome quote about the biggest person that will close is closing on ourselves. And when we burst through the noise, we have to burst through not only the noise that's going on around us, but the noise that's going on inside of us. And that's, yeah, in your head. Exactly. I think when we burst through this noise, the noise that's going on up here, then everything out here is probably really comes into place. Man, you too. I blame you too. It's your fault, man. You guys introduced me to this GC guy.
Yeah.
And I see, I see a difference between him and, here we're at Clickfunnels, Funnel Hacking Live. I see the difference between Grant Cardone and and Russell Brunson, but I think both of them, you can really learn something from both of them for sure. Although I do have a favorite. and I do have a favorite. Okay.
GC or go home. We get it, Laura. I'm more GC than Russell, but I do like Russell's style and tactics. So we're on the same page.
Yes. Looks like we're right at about 30 minutes. Yes. We did have someone that could possibly come on. If we, if we ask them, huh? No. Okay. Yeah. So, we started a little bit late, but we want to thank you for watching. We want to thank you for staying tuned in. We're loving all of your feedback on YouTube. We're loving your feedback on Instagram, the Closer Survival Guide. Each week we're doing this, and we just are glad that you're along with us on this journey of pitch practice.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you watching. Laura, sorry we couldn't hear you, but next week we'll get the sound all fixed up and we'll get you right.
Yes, we're coming live from Funnel Hacking Live. If you're watching my profile, you'll join my group. You'll get more insider behind the scenes video. You can find Brandon on his social media profiles and at
BKXX Enterprises is the company name, and if you are looking to get found and get more traffic in, go to bkxxmarketing.agency/get found.
Yes, and of course, Laura is the number one. Now, okay, I won't say that. I don't want to make income claims, but she isn't my number one awesomest spiffy franchise sales rep, and it's all about motion, all about energy, all about connecting, all about momentum, and pitch practice every day, even if she's on the moon.
Yeah, so if you're thinking about starting a business, you love the automotive space, reach out to Miss Laura Morales. She's in North Carolina right now, but they're opening up markets across the country.
Oh man!
And they want to get the Spiffy brand. They want to get the Spiffy brand out there, and I think it's a fantastic business model. Cars are getting older, and they need the maintenance. And there's a lot more people that don't trust or want to go to a dealership and spend that god awful money there. And they need to get their cars taken care of. So Spiffy is a great opportunity to make it happen and live the life that you want to live.
Yes, yeah. And let's not forget Radio Al Ritmo, and also her Afirmaciones con Laura. Afirmaciones con Laura. She's reaching out to over 17,000 people on that radio station. She's reading. She has a weekly book club. She's always learning, growing. So find her on LinkedIn and all of her social channels. It's been so much fun.
All right, guys, take care. Get out there and close something, and have a good one.